What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Loot Chest on Taste Loot Gaming, the show where we talk about a random topic in gaming and we discuss it. My name's Seth.
I'm Josh.
I'm Chris.
I'm Cody.
On this episode, Pokemon Go is finally out and met with a lot of praise. Everyone's playing it. Everyone's fucking playing it. People who don't even play video games are fucking playing this game. And what I want to do on this episode is talk about our impressions of it. We're all playing it. We're all enjoying it. But I want to know what you think of it and your own experiences with it. So first off, let's start off with what is your overall opinion on the game?
I think it's really neat. Anybody who likes Pokemon's definitely gonna like Pokemon Go. To me, the whole gym thing I can give a shit about just because the combat's kind of lame.
Yeah.
But being able to capture Pokemon, tracking them, and technically raising them and having them evolve is actually really neat. It's pretty fun. I really enjoy that aspect of the game. But like I said, the whole gym thing, you go to fucking hell.
Yeah. No, it's super legit. Like someone was like really into Pokemon when it first. Actually, I think I was like really late to the whole Pokemon craze, but when I did, I was super fucking into it. I had a shit load of cards, and then just kind of fell out of it. But it kind of, I can see like it's regathering the hype. It's really great.
This intermission brought to you by Mountain Dew Kickstart with energizing limeade and electrolytes, which I love electrolytes. 5% juice and caffeine.
We shouldn't have shown that on camera. They're gonna want our money now.
Well, they're not going to get it.
Bring it, dude.
Bring it. Bring your best lawyers, Mountain Dew.
But it's really fun. Like I was kind of thinking, I was like, I would probably lose interest in it in like a week. But I don't know. Like there's some things that you brought me in on because it's not super. Like they don't tell you a whole lot.
They don't tell you anything.
Yeah, well, at all. Yeah,
Yeah,
other
really
than what
don't
I've been
tell you
reading on
jack
other
shit.
sites and shit. But it's like catching them is fun because it's just like you're just in a random place. And it's like, oh, there's the Pokemon here, so you catch it. That's fun to me by itself. But then there's like a whole deep, evolving thing, like hatching the eggs that you
Before we
randomly
get
get.
too
But
deep
anyway,
into that, Chris, impressions.
I think it's great. I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I just had a
Playing
real
constantly.
quick epiphany.
Sure.
Pokemon Go to me had the exact same feeling as those fucking games where you just leave them and they play themselves.
Like Gigapet?
No, like
Tamagotchi?
Cookie Clicker.
Tamagotchi?
Idle games.
Oh, gotcha,
Clicker,
gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, I see that, yeah.
Shit like that. It reminded me a lot of those kinds of games.
Shit like that.
And no,
Awful.
I fully agree. They're bad. And you're right. Like I'd lose interest in a week, and start to lose its fucking luster, shit like that. But in this game, you actually have to be active.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it is a little different there, and it's a little more deeper.
I think there is something to say though about the whole aspect of actually physically having to go and find them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For me, I've lost the appeal of Pokemon is I've lost that, but and I was hesitant to try it, especially after hearing about it. I was like, it sounds like just collect shit. But then I downloaded it, I tried it, and like all of a sudden I'm walking and I'm like, oh fuck, there's something right over here. Hold on, wait 1 second. And I'm like, oh bitch, oh I fucking got you, motherfucker. And then like we're walking, and I'm like, oh, there's another one. Like there is an aspect to it that if it was just a game where you did this without actually going somewhere, I think it wouldn't be as enticing. But that you actually have to physically be there. You feel like you're actually capturing these Pokemon. And for me, as my impressions of it, I think it is really neat. And we'll get into it, but I think there are a lot of things they need to implement. But as a starting app, I think it is a really interesting venture on their part. And it's probably one of the most progressive things, gaming-wise, I've seen from Nintendo in a long time. So we all like it. What would you guys like to see from this app? What do you want to see come about it? A couple things that come to my mind are actually versing your friends and trading. But yeah.
Actually giving a personality to the trainers. Like I said, like you said, being able to evolve, or not evolve, but being able to battle, shit like that. I mean, do what Pokemon does best, and when you're running through areas, you can see a fucking trainer and be like, I'm gonna fucking train him to a battle. I don't think that'd be hard to fucking implement, and I don't think that. I mean, I don't know shit about coding or anything like that, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it'd be that difficult.
For people who make
because-
full-fledged AAA games, I feel like it'd
and
be
for
simple to do that.
how, like big this game is.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they're going to be making fucking money.
Well, the amount of people who are fucking playing right now, like my
It's
Facebook is
crazy.
fucking full. My
Oh, yeah.
Instagram is full of people playing this game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not everybody's gonna be spending money on this game,
Mm-hmm.
but with that amount of people playing, somebody's gonna.
Guaranteed someone's going to spend money.
They're gonna make money off of this. So, I would love to see.
Guy on the couch.
Chevy's not with us right now. He's sleeping. I would love to see this game use the money they're making, because they're trying to make money,
Yeah.
and expand and make it even more of a interesting and fun experience for everybody.
You know what I hope they don't add is a world map, like being able to zoom way out.
Of the real world?
Well, you know what I mean. Like, I think it would ruin the experience for me of finding new Poké Centers, finding new gyms and stuff. Like
It is
that.
more interesting, your own personal
It's
area.
local.
And
Yeah.
on that note, one thing I would like to see them add is integration with Google Maps to see a more defined and detailed area on your GPS. Because as of right now, it's very simple.
It's
and I
just-
see they have the outlines of buildings that they have or whatever, but at the same time, I would love to be able to tell my area easier by looking at it.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised though about how fucking like on the shit the roads are.
Oh, yeah,
and like and the buildings, because in my apartment complex I can literally see, and it has parking lots where anywhere where cars go,
Yeah.
like it has lines, which I thought was crazy. It wasn't just some like chintzy ass, there's a line here, but you're actually way the fuck over here. You're actually on it. Like when I'm sitting in my house trying to just catch random shit that walks by, my guy's literally in the building in my apartment. Like he's not on the road.
I did
or
run into
fucking
a couple situations though where I was walking and my guy was like hanging out back there, just kind of like walking in place back there, and then fucking all of a sudden he'd come running to where I'm at and shit like that. And that's something to improve upon, and that's also subjective based off of your phone as GPS capabilities. But that's something I'd like to
reception it
see.
gets with the server.
That's
and
something
stuff
I'd like to
that.
see improved.
The landmarks, though, are pretty legit, because it's like I live right downtown, and it's like some of the shit that's on there. I'm like, holy, wow, that's weird that they kind of pinpoint that to
pictures and
be.
shit,
yeah,
too?
no, it's
Like,
weird.
I
It's
mean,
really
like-
weird. Like, why is first off, there's like one thing that's like a painting, like a there's one thing that's like a plant pot. That's kind of, it's like
Like
colored
obscured
differently.
to the
Yeah, there's
side
like,
and-
this is a
Yeah.
thing. And I'm like, I walk by that fucking thing every day. I did not think that was going to be a thing. But that's really awesome.
Well, I think it's really cool too that like the what are they called, the Poke Centers or whatever,
Pokestops.
Yeah.
Pokestops are at like actual landmarks. Like
Yeah.
in our local area, in my local area, there is actually one right down the street at this fucking tree area. And when you go there and you click on it, it actually shows a picture of the fucking place that I'm at. I'm like, oh shit!
Yeah.
And I guess there's another one at like a church somewhere, which I'm sure
All the churches.
Churches,
They'll-
churches are really major.
they'll be outside just waiting for these fucking Pokemon kids coming up and be like, hey, yeah, welcome. Come in the church. There's
That's gonna be the
Pokemon
new
here.
got a
fucking-
Pikachu right
yeah.
in here.
We got a Pokemon.
Instead of trying to
got a
rob them, they're
Pikachu
going to try
right
to
here.
convert them.
Yeah. But I think that's a really cool idea. Chris,
I think that they really just need to fine tune things.
For
to
sure.
be honest.
especially at the servers. Everybody can
Oh,
agree
it's
on
rough.
Well, the server things, there's reasonings behind that and
Yeah.
whatnot, but
reasonings outside of just like mass traffic.
from what I understand, it was because people who were downloading the game that was not available in the region, they found a way to get it outside of the region, and so they were trying to deal with all those people for the first couple of days.
Oh, okay.
They were banning them and getting rid of all those accounts that weren't supposed to be set up the way they were. But like, I mean, my friend.
Bangladesh or what?
What?
People in like Bangladesh or
No, people here who were downloading like the New Zealand version, like they downloaded the background files.
Yeah, because it came out in Australia and all those places first, and yeah.
Yeah, because you could download the background files, put it on your phone, and then automatically get it from Google Play that way.
Okay.
But like my friend who plays Pokemon Go with me, Every time she captures a Pokemon, the game freezes. Every time she goes anywhere, the game
Want to
freezes.
name drop her in case she watches the show?
What's up, Neva? Bitch.
Oh, bitch.
Pidgey fucking wrecks my shit every time I fucking catch him, man.
Don't.
And first off, fucking Pidgeys they're common as they're
Fucking
gross
everywhere.
in this game.
Yeah.
And
Fucking murder them.
and
Gross.
like, dude, I walked out of my house the other day. There's like 3 of them just hanging out. But like, yeah, like I'll go to grab one, and then the game will just freeze, and I'm like,
It's happened
and
to
then
me
you
a
have to
couple times
restart the
for
whole
sure,
fucking game. And there's times like, why would
Are you guys all on iPhone?
No, Android.
I'm on
You're on
iPhone.
Android.
But she has an iPhone.
Okay, because I am playing on Android as well. I haven't ran into issues.
I
Aside
got-
from connectivity.
That's
I got my
when-
first issue today.
Oh,
And it
really?
was, with tracking where I was. I was down by Hannah's trying to catch a Jinx. And my GPS
Where
kept
you would.
launching me between the kissing statue, back to the Buddhist temple behind, then to Hannah's, then back to the kissing statue again.
That's
I got
the
the
kissing statue, the
Pokestops.
2 men on the fucking
The
boardwalk.
man and the woman. on
Yeah,
the
no, the
boardwalk.
2 men.
That's 2 men. Let's get
Sure,
real.
sure.
That's
Two
cute.
old-
Those two, down the
Two
boardwalk.
old-
2016, dude.
Back
Yeah,
all the way over to the
progressive.
Buddhist temple. So much and so like for long periods of times, I could get the Pokestops over and over again.
Damn.
Yeah,
What's the cooldown on Pokestops?
5 minutes.
Oh.
No, that's what I literally live downtown, and when I have 2 spots where they're like right next to me, and I can literally I'm just sitting there and just like, and I get all the shit from it. I never have to leave.
The Pokestops to me are kind of janky. Like, there's like times like I'll just be sitting there and I'll be right next to one. I'm
You must look
spinning
upset
the
about that.
fuck out
No,
of it.
that's great. I
And
mean,
I'm
shit, I don't have to
spinning
leave my
the fuck
house.
out of it,
And nothing.
and nothing happens. I'm like, God damn it! And then my girlfriend will do it, and she's like, "Here's some Pokeballs." I'm like, God, what the fuck?
Quick
This is-
tip for all you people out there with Pokestops.
Yeah, no, give-
I got all the tips.
Give our viewers tips.
When you spin the thing for the Pokestops,
Just the tip.
you don't have to touch all the items. You just hit the X button and it gives you all the
Yeah,
items.
just gives them all out.
Just-
That's the best way to do drive-bys. Pokestops. That's what
That's the best way to do drive-bys.
But again, it's like a game for people who are like willing to leave their house to do this. That's great.
I've met so many weird people.
I won't do that.
I've met. I've
not
seen a
gonna
lot
go
of
out.
people. I like I said,
I'm already out. That's one thing.
I went to the mall last weekend, and I hung out for 3 hours. I told the story before, but all I did was catch fucking Pokemon, and
Yeah.
fucking there was other people. Like
Doing
I
the
could,
same
you
thing.
can totally tell
Yeah.
are fucking hanging out. They're like this with their phones, or some of them are kind of like this, like they're trying to hide it. And they're fucking like,
Oh god, they're gonna know.
yeah, I was just like, whatever. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Everybody's fucking playing. Everybody knows what it is.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
No, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. The,
It
the,
is
the
cool.
community is so large.
Well, no, there's already
Yeah.
a thing where like people are like there. Another like article. I don't even think it was on a video game site. It was just on a regular news site. It's like people are like random people are meeting other people because they're just going to
Yeah.
big places like
You
this.
actually
and
said
it's like,
something about that earlier. or
Yeah, I
something.
met a couple people in Yager Park last night. We met like 4 people just all waiting at a Pokestop.
Did the same thing.
Yeah, and then we went out to Shipwreck Beads, put on our own lure.
Out in Lacey?
Yeah,
Oh,
way out
shit,
there.
you're
Out
all
by
over the place.
Xerox.
Yeah.
That's a fucking drive.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. And put on the Poke Lure, and sure enough, some guy comes ripping down the road in his little souped up car and pulls in. You guys play Pokemon?
Fuck yeah, we are.
That was like Shelby's telling me the story he read on Reddit, I believe, where these people were at a school and they're like looking around for Pokemon shit, and this cop shows up, and he's like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" And they're like, "Oh, there's a, whatever Pokemon. There's a Pokemon around here." And he's like, he like pulls his phone. He's like, "Where?" And they like all went out there and found him together and shit. I'm like, it's that big,
like,
man.
pull out his phone, pull out his gun. It's like this fun.
Where? Fucking show me.
I know this Pokemon's mine.
This
You
is
are
my
leaving.
Pokemon. You guys will leave it right
But
now.
I'm like, that's another thing. It's like everybody's playing the same, which is,
Yeah.
I mean, regardless how dorky it is, because it's like meeting up with a bunch of people like
I think
that.
it's kind of
meeting people-
impossible to call dorky
It's
at this point.
Well, no, not dorky, but it is. I mean, it's still like
Nerdy for sure.
It's
yeah.
nerdy.
nerdy. Okay, dorky's taken to a
Fucking
next level.
dork.
Excuse me.
I think it's
I
getting
call
like
it-
a stigma
That's the
now,
evolved
though.
version of nerdy.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, like, the same thing kind of happened when the Wii came out. It was like, oh, motion
Let's
controls,
not
that's
talk
kind of
about that.
fucking weird. But then everybody adopted it, and now it became the norm.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking that's what Pokemon Go is doing. Is it's
Well,
not-
like I said before, fucking, I know people who don't even play video games who are like talking about this game
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
And regardless of their fucking motivations, whether it's social or whatever the fuck, it's bringing a larger audience than you would assume for already a really popular franchise.
Yeah.
I will say this: I have not seen so many nerdy, heavy-set men walking around.
Dude, they're
getting that
fucking-
exercise.
They're working
Everywhere.
If Pokemon goes doing anything right, it's fucking getting those bigger guys
Nothing
and
against
girls
it, but
to go. To
I was
get out there
reading
and fucking walk around.
on it was on Reddit about this guy who's like, I don't hang out with people. He's very socially inept.
I'm a fucking dork.
He's very he had like a disease or something like that. Like he was legit. He wasn't fucking because I put the Naruto headband on and fucking I'm really weird and I'm fucking Sonic Kin or some shit. And
Okay, you're just piling it on at this point.
no, I mean there's people out there. But
Yes, there are people out
no,
there.
he was
And we
just
care.
really
We
legit.
care.
He was socially
Welcome to the channel.
awkward. He didn't
Tasty
really
podcast.
talk to a whole lot of fucking people.
Like a
He's
grown
like,
up.
Pokemon made me go out and I met people and it was fucking actually kind of
That's
cool.
awesome.
It was like something I don't do.
And something you mentioned earlier is like it's getting people to go out there, and I don't know if people actually like go out of their house to do this or whatever. They might, but if anything, it does add an incentive to when you're already out to go a little longer. To you're at a store or whatever, you're like, I'm gonna walk the fuck over there because there's something on my mouth that showed up, and I'm gonna get that. And it's incentivizing people to kind of prolong their adventure with whatever the fuck they're doing with whoever the fuck they're doing with. And I think that's really neat. It's a really neat. If anything, the gameplay isn't like amazing. It's a cool concept, but it's a social thing for sure. Like we all sat around before we shot this show, and we talked about this for like a fucking hour.
We showed up with our phone chargers.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
all just prepared to go look. We were talking outside, talking about like, oh, there's a Pokemon down the fucking street.
I literally
In the middle
jumped
of the
up
night.
when we were all talking and walked outside.
ran out the
Yeah,
door.
Because I fucking saw a fucking Pokemon that I wanted that I didn't fucking get.
Yeah, and it's just really interesting to see that the game is augmented reality, but also it's augmenting reality in the sense that like you're sitting here talking with us, hanging out, and you're like, oh wait, 1 second, I'm gonna go fucking grab this Pokemon real quick.
It doesn't seem like it's something that's like. I mean, it seems like something that another company would have came up with, but the fact that they
really
did.
special.
Well,
But I mean, it's like
the company that helped made it, Niantic or whatever it is,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
they have a game before this that's
Showed us
just
saying
like
that.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like an
And
augmented reality shooter or something like that.
I don't know if it's a
Team-based
shooter or
I
what
saw
it
something on
is.
Facebook. about that.
I only know
Neat.
it because as I was babysitting,
Huh?
Augmented reality hacking game.
Okay.
it's a hacking game. I only know it because
The Beast will
my
come.
main job, I'm a nanny, my only job, and the kids I nanny, they want to go outside all the time now to catch Pokemon. But as we're walking down the street, I see this lady come down the street with her phone out, with her like toddler walking the street. And she's like, "Hey, what game you guys playing?" It's like, "Well, Pokemon Go," and she's playing. She's like, "Oh, I'm playing such and I can't remember the name of it. The other one. We're headed our way down to the portal right now." I was like, "Oh, okay."
You're
I don't
so
know.
behind the times.
You judged the fuck out of her right there. Like, you're playing Pokemon Go and you're like, you're a fucking nerd.
Oh, you're playing that?
Yeah.
I just heard about it, but you're playing that?
I just didn't know what to
you
say.
do
So I didn't
this.
really judge her.
This
Yeah,
game is
sure.
kind of an evolution of those old, like, remember the
Well,
running jogger games?
The
with
thing that's
fucking-
interesting about it is it's not really that fucking crazy. It's not that inventive, but it's such a simple premise that is using a brand that everybody loves to really cement that this kind of game can work with a lot of popularity. Because the concept isn't that crazy.
No.
It really isn't.
If it
Games
didn't-
have
if
been
it didn't-
augmented for a long time.
If it didn't have Pokemon in it, would it be as successful? I do
No.
not think
No.
so.
No,
Absolutely
Not at all.
absolutely not.
I don't think it would even
There would be
take off
people
at all.
who'd like it, but because
Sure.
of Pokemon, because we all grew up with Pokemon, and people still like Pokemon, but even like people like me who have lost touch with Pokemon, I still recognize the brand. I still want the fucking Pikachu, and I
all
got it.
know all the
I
goddamn
fucking walked
Pokemon,
away from
yeah.
the starters, and I got that Pikachu.
I was on
It-
the crapper, so I didn't have a choice.
I was on a bus just cruising. I'm just like watching them load and reload and load and reload. I'm like, come on. Oh, there he is. But it's just a really cool concept. I want to close this episode out with talking about the future of it. Do you see yourself playing it more? And again, what features do you think we need to keep you invested?
First off, of course, we need to add the real time, what we just said, real time fighting.
Yeah.
Or the turn based fighting.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
That needs to show
At that point,
up.
we don't need Pokemon
I
anymore.
would love customization, more customization for my character, for my guy.
Definitely.
I literally
When I
went
started
to
my
the-
character, I was like,
I went to the gym.
Like, can make him darker and different hair colors.
Yeah, I went to the gym and I was like, dude, that's me right there. Like, I was like, what the fuck happened? It was straight up MMO customization, like old school shitty.
It was like
MMO
3
customization.
choices each.
I'd like an improvement of that, even if you have to buy them. I mean, whatever.
Sure.
You get coins for doing shit anyway.
Only
So,
if you're a defender of a gym.
yeah, but still, I mean, there's still ways to get in-game currency.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even if they did it like that, I'd be happy with it. I'm going to assume they're going to implement more Pokemon.
And trading. They need trading.
Yeah. Right now, was it 130 something?
Is that all it
I
is?
feel like 150.
No. They don't have them all. Like the Pokedex ends at like.
The
I think it's like
the legendaries
200
are
or
I
something.
thought there was 150.
The legendaries are not out yet.
Oh,
What?
okay. Maybe it was,
They're being held for special events.
Yeah. They want to make huge.
That's fun. That's cool.
Yeah, they're saying they want to release them in parks.
Like the commercial where it shows everybody getting together in Times Square to fight Mewtwo.
Except for it would suck if it was actually just in Times Square.
That would
Because
be a
then some
bitch.
assholes
Well,
are
that's
actually
the
going to be
thing.
those fucking, I'm going to get on a plane and fly there. But fucking the rest of
Yeah.
us are like,
Yeah, who gives a
But then you
shit?
can
You
catch the
ain't getting
Poke Plane, sponsored by Pokemon, just to fly to its key locations.
stop selling it.
Yeah, you're
Who's
awful
paying
right
you?
now.
Tasty Luke can use some of that money.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, hook it up.
They're taking away from all the copyright
customization,
infringements.
deeper
Customization.
combat.
Yep,
I would like to see more with the gyms.
definitely.
I understand that. I mean, like, and that deeper combat could actually kind of coincide with
Definitely.
it, because I would like it something more akin to the game. Someone walks in, they have their stable of 6, and they fight gym leaders.
And with those features, how long do you see yourself playing this?
As long as they keep adding stuff, and the game doesn't, more Pokemon, the game doesn't start to wear out.
Yeah.
I mean, a decent amount of time. I mean,
This isn't like a week-long app
no,
for you?
it just depends on how long they decide they want to keep pumping out content.
On that note, I'd like to say I'm almost going to guarantee at this point that they're going to bring out all 721.
I feel like they will
Pokemon,
too.
Only because the typings that they have now in the game are current with the typings that they have in the current games. Certain moves like
Okay.
Yeah,
Bite. Bite in original Pokemon was a normal type move.
Now
It's
it's
listed
dark.
as a dark.
Okay.
There's fairy moves, so there's moves coming from the newer games. They
Makes
have
sense.
to.
Yeah.
Cody and Chris, same question. If you agree with what he said, with things you would like to see, say that. But if there's anything else, and how long do you think the longevity of this game will hold for you?
For me, I just like the whole randomly finding things and catching them and collecting them is really fun. I didn't even know that you could. I mean, the whole evolving thing, like me and Chris were talking about before. I didn't know all
It's
this
600 of fucking that to get this.
Yeah,
I'm
which
like,
I didn't
ugh.
know, which is interesting.
I have 2
But I mean,
movies
I
along
don't
the way.
really do that. I mean, I won't. I don't know. I like just because I do like it's very nostalgic for me nostalgic for me to find these random ones. I'm like, holy
Yeah.
shit, I remember this guy. This is crazy. And then catching him and being like, oh, I got this guy. And then, but it's the whole thing. It's like finding him randomly, and even if it's the same one, I'm still going to try and catch him,
Yeah.
knowing that I could evolve him eventually. That's super cool. I don't think I'll ever fight anybody in a if they have the real time thing, but or the turn based shit.
Hey man,
but-
you spilled my beer. I challenge you to a Pokemon battle.
see, yeah,
Pokemon saving the world, dude. People aren't actually hurting each other. They're
Exactly.
just fucking fighting Pokemon.
exactly. Huh. What do you think?
You look like
You
you
just
want
had
to say
an
something.
epiphany.
No, I was gonna
You're
say
just staring me in the eyes. I'm like,
quick addition. Akin to the deeper combat system, I like them to do a pink slip thing with Pokemon.
Ooh,
You can put up a
Slip?
Pokemon to fucking.
damn, that'd be
If I win, I take
Oh,
that
gambling.
Pokemon.
yeah,
If you
for sure,
win, you
for
take
sure.
my Pokemon.
and then CS:GO Lotto can fucking exploit people on that. Chris,
Pretty much what's already been said before. I'd like to see the progression slowly as it's done with a game. So you get red and blue, then gold and silver, and just that slow progression of each
Yeah.
of these Pokemon's coming out.
we could roll them out slowly like that too, because
Yeah.
it's not just all at once. Boom, here's the rest of them.
Right. I'd like to see a slower progression of it.
Well, I think they're gonna do that because they're not gonna. They're definitely not going to fucking push everything out at once just
Yeah.
to kill it right off
For
the
sure.
bat.
Right. And then the inclusion.
It's been 2 days and it's this fucking big.
Yeah.
Of
I mean, imagine. Yeah.
like the beauty contests that they have in other Pokemon games, where like you can start making puffins to increase certain like cosmetic stats of your Pokemon, and I think those kind of stuff would be neat to have.
Definitely. And how long do you see yourself playing this game?
Probably till the day I die.
Fair
Man,
enough.
that sounded like a fucking.
The
like
app-
you're
That was real.
sacrificing
That was
yourself.
So I give it 4 years.
The app to kill
4 years.
apps. Yeah.
It's coming soon.
I think
Put
it'd
you
be cool
on that
if they had
fucking
more
on
of
that
a
piece of ice and send you out to the ocean.
Poke Ami kind of vibe. Like you can pull out your Pokemon and touch it, like play with them and touch them, and like you can play with them or
Right,
throw
like, make 'em
you can-
happier.
instead of you
get
throwing a
Pikachu.
Pokeball, you throw a ball with you throw a ball at them or something like that.
Well, I mean, just wait till virtual reality is around the corner. Well, it's here already, but I mean,
I
like
got it, but it's not
deeper
working.
virtual reality, where it's like already built into your senses. This is going to become the next reality for us. So,
Man,
just
can
wait.
you imagine a fucking VR Pokemon game?
As
where
long
you
as
can
my
actually
vibe
touch
works.
them?
I'm on the same page with you guys. I want to see all those features for sure. I think battling people and trading is a must, and they will have to implement it. There's no fucking way they couldn't do that. As for me, as of right now, I see myself playing this for about 2 weeks until something. Well, I was gonna say 1 week, but 1 to 2 weeks. I think it's really fun. I think it's really interesting, but I'm really ADHD when it comes to gaming, so unless something rolls out that sparks my interest, it's really cool, but at the same time, I don't know how long I'm going to keep looking for Pokemon when I'm out doing stuff. But overall, it's a really good idea.
I was gonna say one of my biggest things is because I go from pretty much home to work, home to work, home to work.
Yeah.
Work 40 hours a fucking week.
Me too.
And with an hour commute, so it's like unless my work has a whole different set of Pokemon, if I'm just getting Pidgeys and Weedles and shit up there too, that's gonna be my biggest problem.
I got your solution already. As you level up your trainer level, rarer Pokemon show up.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
That's why they encourage you to catch anything and everything you see along the way.
I do because I want to evolve my shit. But
And then, if you're going to evolve it, wait till you get a whole group of Pokemon you're going to evolve
I'm just
all
trying
at
to
once
evolve my shit, dude.
and use a lucky egg. Because then it doubles the experience you gain. So instead of getting 1,000 experience for leveling, you get 2,000 per Pokemon.
We're getting close to the 30-minute mark. Is there any final thoughts you guys have on Pokemon Go? Anything you want to leave it with? What are your impressions?
Dear children under 12, get the fuck off Pokemon Go. You don't even know who the fuck Squirtle is. Stop eating up the bandwidth.
Yeah.
watch out! Watch what the fuck you're doing. There's already been stories of people getting hit by
Don't
cars.
get robbed.
There's already stories of people getting accidents while driving their car and playing Pokemon Go.
Pokemon
Figure your
Go
shit out.
responsibly.
Yes, and fuck, it even says in the very beginning, fucking watch where you're going and be responsible for yourself.
I almost walked into traffic, admittedly. So
Yeah.
this is a very real danger. And I think it's a cool game. Hopefully they implement more updates to it. It's a really good early impression of it. I'm stoked about it. I just want to see more from it. But I think that's going to do it for this episode of Loot Chest on Tasty Loot Gaming. That's what it's called. Thank you for watching. As always, make sure to like, subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. We have so many. Check us out on Tumblr and Twitter, Tasty Loot Gaming. Check us out on Twitch, Sleep Division. I promise I'm trying to get back into it. Back and forth all the time. Thanks for watching. My name's Seth.
I'm Josh.
I'm Chris.
I'm Cody.
And until the next episode, which will be next Tuesday, make sure to come back for Taste Tuesday. We'll see you guys later. Have a good weekend and take it easy, guys.